right? So 57 involves a tangent line. Okay, so I drew the picture here. And if you remember from pre-cal, this is the equation of a circle here with a radius of 5 with a center of 0. So this is x minus 0 quantity squared plus y minus 0 quantity squared. So there's our center. The radius is 5, so we do 5 squared here for the I. I'm sorry, not for the I, for the R. Alright, so this is our equation, and it's not going to help us. We don't need that because what we're looking for, this would have, a tangent line is basically a line that just touches the side of an object, okay? So, or typically a curve. So the tangent line here, there's one line that hits right there perfectly, okay? And it only hits it once. If we just move this line just a little bit, okay, then you're going to actually hit the circle at 2 points, okay? So 1, 2. So a tangent line is a very special instance in which a line will just scrape the surface, okay? And it's a huge component to this class. Tangent lines, we're going to be doing tangent lines for just months, okay? Or it'll always be kind of as an idea. And there's a physical reason for that that we'll explore once we get deeper into the semester. So what we're looking at here is if we just scrape the surface here, what we're really looking at, okay, this is the radius, we are looking at a tangent line that is perpendicular to the actual radius of the circle, okay? It's perpendicular, what we call normal lines, okay? So a normal line, or lines are normal to each other when they are 90 degrees. So with that then, what we're saying is that we have an x-coordinate of 3 and a y-coordinate of 4. So since this moving over 3 and going up 4, that's the slope, okay? So the m right there of the radius is actually 4 over 3. Okay, that's the m. But if I want something perpendicular to that slope, I need to actually take the opposite reciprocal. Okay, so I need the normal slope to it. Okay, so that means then that I would flip the slope, make it take its reciprocal with 3 over 4, and then change its sign, because this guy's positive. Okay, a normal line or perpendicular line has to be negative. Okay, so that's the new slope. So then we have to know, if I have a slope, what point does it pass through? Well, that's kind of actually given to us. If we move over 3, we go up 4, okay, that's the point we pass through. So that's it. We have, in point slope form, might as well use it because we have a point and we have the slope. So let's just go ahead and go to town with that. Y minus 4, okay, there's our y1. So y minus 4 equals negative 3/4 times x minus the x1, which is 3. Okay, now we could leave it at that. In fact, let's just look at the directions right here. It says find an equation of the line tangent to the circle at that point. Technically, we could stop here. If we wanted to multiply this out, that'd be fine, but point slope form is going to be something that's very easy to put in your graphing calculator, so we could just stop right here. Now, if you go to Slater.com, or if you go look in the answer 57, yeah, if you look in the answer book, the answer key, you know, in the back of the book, you might find it in like a different form, but this is the guy. So let's just, I guess we'll just kind of switch this into slope-intercept form, just in case that's what your answer is, but this is technically fine. So if you got y minus 4, what we'll do is we're going to distribute this guy, negative 3 over 4x. Then we're going to get positive 9 over 4. Okay, and then we talked about getting rid of the fractions. I mean, is it necessary? Yeah, multiply everything by 4, you know, if we want this in standard form. But if we want this guy in slope-intercept form, we just have to add 4. So adding 4, Okay, what's 9/4 plus 4? Well, let's think. We'll give them a common denominator. There we go. So multiply the top and the bottom by 4. And 9 plus 25 over 4. Okay, so we're done. That's slope-intercept. And if we needed this in another form, like standard form, we would just multiply everything by 4 and then move it over there. Okay, so that would be like this: 4y equals negative 3x plus 25. Okay, then for a general or a standard form linear equation, we would just move that guy over to here. And if you remember, we talked about it today. There's benefits to either. This one is easier for, say, if you're dealing with a linear system, because you need to find out where they're intersecting, or this guy is kind of more for, like, you know, graphing on your graphing calculator, because you need a y1. Okay. All right. I think that's it. That's it for this one. You still hungry? When you're still hungry, I don't feed you? What do you mean? I feed you all the time.
I want chicken nuggets.
Didn't you just eat? Yeah, you ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You want chicken nuggets now? Here, I'll stop this one. Oh, that's right. Yep, strawberries. Okay. Strawberries and chicken nuggets. Here we go.